Hey guys, Foxdrop here with another live game commentary. This game I'm playing at Trundle Jungle. This is a character you guys have requested me to do ever since the rework, or the slight rework. You guys have asked for a Trundle replay. A lot of you on my Facebook as well have asked for a Trundle replay. Good grief, replay. The good start to the commentary, guys. I can't even speak. We're only 30 seconds in. So yeah, Trundle, I am playing this game. And for my runes and masteries, as always, as with all of my commentaries, they will be in the description, so you can take a look at those in the description. But I am 921 for masteries, which is just a very, very standard kind of bruiser, tanky bruiser page for junglers. Getting the armor pen in offense, and then just everything defensive in the defensive tree. And my runes, I'm AD reds. You don't need attack speed on Trundle because your Q is an auto attack reset and your W is an attack speed steroid, so you don't need the attack speed. Armour yellows, magic disc level blues, and move speed Quints. The reason why I like to take move speed Quints is because Trundle lacks CC. He has his pillar and his W to speed him up, but that's what he relies on. He relies on being able to run at people and stick onto them. So he needs move speed, and without that move speed, he is very lackluster. So that's why I like to run a move speed page. Now for my path, I've decided to start a blue because Trundle is very, very good at clearing, so I'm just going to do a really quick like level 4 full clear. Trundle's extremely good at that, and then maybe gank mid, possibly gank top, but we'll see. We do have a Karma support, which is a bit suspect, and I'm looking, their jungler is Rework, which means he should be fairly easy for me to actually bully around because he's very slow at jungling. But I don't think I'd be able to steal away his red buff because it's very hard to directly steal the mirror buff. So for me to go from my blue buff to red buff, it's very hard for you to do that nowadays because of the amount of smartless pools flying around. Smartless pools make killing the first blue buff or the first buff you're at very, very quick. So you don't need, it's hard to capitalize on people's slow clears at their first buff. So I can't really do that. And if you want to do that, you really need to be someone who can actually kill that person. Trundle doesn't have too much kill potential, especially without red buff, because Rework will just run away from you. Now, see, he's actually going mid as well. I don't think this Annie doesn't have smite with the flash, so I guess she's an easy kill. I'm not sure why. Of all people to level 2 gank, I'm extremely surprised that Warwick thought it would be a good idea to do it. I'm actually going to try and find Warwick. Yeah, he's here again. Because this guy should be an easy kill for us. If this Annie knew what was up. There you go. Got the stun off and now he's dead. Perfect. Didn't even get to use his flash. Because I did a really good pillar between the wall and here, which meant that he had to run all the way around it. It wasn't that I just slowed him, I actually pinned him up against the wall and screwed him over really bad. And if he didn't flash that stun, if he didn't flash the stun, he was dead, and he didn't flash the stun, and so he died. So that's pretty much, early on, the best thing you can do for Trundle is to get these early ganks. Because when Warwick comes back alive, he's 100% going to go to his red buff. So I'm going to wait around at his red buff. The downside is that he didn't use his flash before. Warwick didn't use his flash, which means I probably won't be able to kill him. But I might be able to steal his red buff away. Maybe, it depends. I'd like to take this. I think Warwick will go mid, actually. If Warwick was smart, he'd be mid right now, so I'm just going to try and take this away. Whenever you have a Q which is an auto attack reset, you jungle a lot quicker. Why has this guy got blue buff? Oh, okay, obviously he took it off Annie. You jungle very quickly because your Q auto attack reset is very quick. And also with red buff, I can probably kill this guy. I don't know whether he used his flash on Annie or not, but I mispositioned the pillar a bit. Oh, that was so fucking close. Again, he used his flash too late. Unfortunate for him, but that was kind of lucky for me. Now, they did see me here with that minion wave coming in, but I should still be able to take this away. I'm just trying to counter jungle him as much as possible because Warwick is easily counter jungled, so why not counter jungle? And Trundle is very good, is very aggressive. He can be very aggressive anyway. he has the potential to be extremely aggressive in the jungle because he's very good at counter jungling. And we get an easy kill there as well. Easy kill. I was kind of hesitant to take that kill, or kind of hesitant to do that gank, because I didn't think it would work. But when Lee tagged him with the Q, he extended over here to last hit. So I thought, if he's going to push out that far to last hit, then I can probably pillar him and kill him, which is exactly what happened. So that's really good for us. And now for my item build, some of you may be wondering why I'm taking this Spirit Stone. I'm just going to wait for 20 gold. Why not? Why I'm taking Spirit Stone instead of Masteries. As a general rule of thumb, if you do basic attack damage, you know, if you clear off your basic attacks, then Masteries is really good. But if you clear off abilities, then Spirit Stone is the way to go. However, so obviously Trundle clears more of his basic attacks than his abilities. And the only ability he has that he can do to clear is actually an auto attack and reset. So obviously he uses auto attacks, but the reason why I'm picking up Spirit Stone is because, firstly, I don't really need a Masteries. I don't really need a Masteries because I'm clearing extremely quickly, and secondly, I want a Spirit of the Elder Golem, so I may as well take this Spirit Stone. I'm kind of glad that they're dying bot actually, because I really didn't want this game to be a huge stomp. I wanted to showcase Trundle a bit more. I mean, I've already showcased how you can play really well early. Let's see whether I can get this guy. If I could just get one, if I could get one hit off onto that Lux with my ultimate, I'd probably kill her, to be honest. I did have red buff at the time as well. I'm looking at the time. We're now 7 minutes 12, 7:13. Which means that blue buffs are respawning, including Warwick's blue buff. And he's not even at his blue, which means that I can take his blue away for free. This guy is not... I don't think this guy knows how to play Warwick, because if he did, he would not be... He's tried to gank way too much early. And you can't do it. The only way you can gank early on Warwick is if you catch people out of position. And you can't catch people out of position. And if they're not out of position, you can't catch them out of position. He's probably going to die here as well. Well... No, has he outplayed him? Kind of. That was worth it for Warwick, because Warwick was such a low level that was worth it. And he got shut down gold as well. So now I've taken away this blue buff here. I'm probably going to, I should time that. So that's 5 minutes, which would be 13. So it's like 12:55 there. Blue are roughly 12:55. I want to gank bot, but it needs to be pushed up a little further. Fuck it, I'm going in. No, I'm not. I don't think they knew I was there. I should have pinged more for that, because we could have destroyed them. Things I do for gold. This Warwick isn't level 6 yet, so I'm not too scared of him. I really want to just, like, kill this Caitlyn. If Cole can tag her with something, I think okay, Annie's coming down. It's a shame I didn't get an assist on that. I didn't realize she was going to run in and ultimate her. I thought there would be a bit of a chase involved, but never mind. No chase. No need for a chase. My E isn't actually up. Warwick's got his ultimate up now, which means he's going to go very ballsy on this Cogmore. He's going to ult Cog probably. If Warwick didn't have eyes on me, he would definitely ult Cogmore. It's a real... yeah, see that the eyes... oh no, they're not gone. I thought they were gone on me. It's a real shame he had eyes on me, because that did ruin it. He would have definitely ulted on top of Cogmore. My E, because the new Trundle change, E interrupts channels. So it probably... it would have interrupted Warwick. I'm pretty sure it would have interrupted Warwick anyway. So we could have just turned that around and killed him. Unfortunately, it was not to be. Now, what other items do I buy on Trundle? I personally like to get the Frozen Fist item. And I'm spending way too much time in the shop. But I don't like to buy it. The components are either too expensive or just, like, not very good. So I don't want a Sapphire Crystal. There's no point me buying a Sapphire Crystal, because I don't need the mana, really. there's no point me buying AP because all that helps is my it helps my ultimate, but it's not even going to help that much, to be honest. And I feel like a bit of a noob playing Trundle, running around with a Sapphire Crystal or a Amplifying Tome. So I'm not going to buy anything. I'm just going to save up for the Chain Vest. Ooh, hello. He scared the absolute shit out of me. I don't know why. This is something which junglers do. Whenever you counter jungle an enemy jungler, they have a very, very bad habit of bloodlust, or what I like to call bloodlust anyway. They get jungle bloodlust, which basically means they want to counter jungle you. You took my blue buff, I'm going to take your red buff. And they do, it's like they get stars in their eyes and think that they can go for it, when a lot of the time they can't. And it makes them become extremely predictable. Our blue is up, which I should probably not be here considering it is up. Oh, there's no trap area. That's surprising. I thought I'd run into a trap. Whenever you're laning against a Caitlyn, whenever you're ganking a Caitlyn, you should not run in traps. Same with, should not run in bushes, sorry. Same for when you're ganking Nidalee, because the chances that people always put holy crap, I almost lost my voice. People always put traps in the tip of bushes. So you do not want to be walking into, is it still there? Yes, it is. That's a surprise. Annie doesn't have a blue, but I don't know whether she can be asked to come and get this. People always put traps in the tip of bushes, so you don't want to be running into the tip of the bush when you're ganking. I don't think she can even be asked to come and take this, so I'm just going to take it. I don't blame her either, she doesn't need it. It's a good thing that my laners are kind of snowballing quite hard, which is really good because Trundle is not as good late game. Just because he gets kited and stuff, he's not that strong. What was that spell moon? Wow, that was Lee Sin's ultimate. Holy shit. Lee Sin actually ulted that Warwick, that Malphite, and he ulted away from it. Where is Warwick? Is that his race? No doubt. Thank you very much, good sir. I'll be taking that Wraith. And I'm off again. I could probably 2v1 these guys in all honesty. I'm pretty sure Warwick doesn't have his ultimate. I don't know how they would have killed Annie without it anyway. Trundle's 2v1 capabilities are very high because basically because of his Q and his ultimate. I mean, I know that sounds really obvious, they're two of his abilities, but the way they work is obviously they debuff the enemies and buff yourself at the same time. So it's not like you're getting a steroid, or it is a steroid, but it's not like you're just getting a steroid. Alongside the steroid, you debuff the enemy, so it makes them, I mean, you're draining their health, you're draining their armor and magic resist, and you're stealing their AD. So it's a really good way to, it makes you extremely strong. They know I'm doing this, but I think I can get away with it. I don't want to take this blue buff, but I don't want to get it stolen. It's better I take it than they take it. These guys. No, the silence too strong. And he walks on so many traps here. Holy shit, it's lucky Warwick isn't here. This would be, if I were Warwick right now, this is the perfect opportunity for you to be counter ganking tower dives, because if he were here, they would have killed us both. You've got to recognize when tower dives are coming, and because if you can get there, that's really, really good for your team. I've got my Sheen now. The reason I really like this Frozen Fist is that Trundle really lacks CC. He's got his ultimate, but apart from that, he's not got anything. I suppose you could say his Q's a slight CC because it slows them for like a split second. But it doesn't really count as a CC necessarily in the same way as obviously other people would have CC. So the Frozen Fist is really good for the AoE CC, but on top of it, golly. Man. Do so much damage. Yes, Lee. That was so man mode. That was brilliant. I'm popping my potion just in case I need to tower dive to finish this kill off. I don't even know whether I can get the kill. Oh shit, Kassadin's here as well. Yeah, Lee, I don't know why Lee is running this way, because he's lost me the kill. This Lee, by staying so close, lost me the... well, he would have lost me the kill because he was activating Warwick's blood scent. What he should have done was, as soon as he killed Malphite, just bombed it to his tower. I know he was running away from Kassadin, so I'm not mad at him, because he did lose me the kill on Warwick, but he was saving himself. Like, he wasn't just being a complete retard and trying to get like the what's it? Trying to get the assist or something and being greedy. He was running for his life. So I understand it, and I'm not mad at him. But obviously, because that's something you've got to be wary of. If you are low health, do not chase Warwicks if your team is chasing them, because you will keep his E up and he will run away from you. We're really far ahead in this game, so I'm very cautious about putting like stomp. This isn't really a stomp, but putting games which have gone very well on my channel. The reason I'm cautious of doing that is because a lot of people are critical of those games. They say that, oh, you know, your team was really good, blah blah blah, you know, the standard stuff, and it's understandable. Like, my team is playing well, they're not bad by any means, but these games at the same time, personally, I feel as though I have the same amount to learn from these games. Please don't say okay. The same amount to learn from these games as I do from non-stomps. Fuck, he flashed. It's just, I've got just as much to learn from the games where you're ahead, because closing out games is pretty hard. Like, it's something you need to learn how to do. I'm not great at it. I need to practice doing it. I really do, because I'm not great at doing it. And closing out games, there are a lot of games which you lose when you should have won, because you can't close the game out. When you're far ahead, when you're winning, when you're strong, you need to finish the game. We've got both our buffs up as well now. This is another thing. If you have buffs up, you really should be taking them. I'm just clearing this out because it's free farm and I want to shove out this mid. At this stage in the game, I want to be donating both my buffs over to other people. The only reason I'm going to take red buff right now, because I'm quite strong. Like, if red buff is obviously good for your AD, and late game especially, you want to be having it on your AD, but red buff on Trundle is extremely strong, and because, like I said a million times before, he doesn't have his own CC. Not only for the CC, but he smashes people, and he's got an auto attack reset, meaning he gets a lot of use out of this red buff. So red buff is really good on Trundle, and it's something you want to be having whenever you can. And I would be giving it over to Kog'Maw if I wasn't fed. If I wasn't fed, then I'd be like, well, I don't really want this red buff. I mean, on one side, it can make you useful where you would otherwise be not as useful, because if you can't, you know, do too much damage to people, then because you're not overly fed, then at least it gives you a slow kind of thing. But at the same time, if you are not very strong, if you are weak, you do not want to be giving away your red buff for free. I'm just going to be pushing mid here, because I could be going to top and we could be getting kills, but I want to end the game, and getting kills top doesn't help us end the game. Getting towers, getting objectives is going to help us end the game. And Trundle's actually pretty good at taking down objectives, because his W is a steroid and his Q is an auto attack reset. You don't actually steal any of the AD from a tower, obviously, but it still resets your auto attack, which means you take it down really, really quickly. Now this blue buff might be up as well, and I can't take it because I don't have my smite up. They should know that it's up. Okay, I'm going to try and take it because I've got good vision, and because Trundle takes this really quickly anyway. And I should get it. There you go. I'm going to take it all away and just... oh shit. Right, and I got perfect time on that. I had a look at... oh, it's 5 minutes. Yeah. I had a look at the blue buff as it died. So that's when the blue should be up. Now I'm just going to go bot here and take away this lane because Malphite is pushing it. And the good thing, when you're ahead, you can do stuff like this. You can, if someone's pushing a lane, you can just saunter on over to it and like just be like, yeah, what's up? You're not pushing this lane anymore. I'm gonna push it back, because they can't do anything to stop you, because they're not stronger than you. And that is something that Trundle is really good at, because these kind of characters, when they're fed in this kind of like early on in the game, relatively early on in the game, people can't stop you. You're a machine pretty much, and I am a pretty beastly machine right now. They can't do anything to stop me, so I'm just gonna do everything I can. And I'm CSing really well as well. I've got 100 CS, 20 minutes in, which is very good for a jungler. We're not gonna be able to take this tower, I don't think. This is good though. Yeah, I stuck my ultimate on, which killed me. Karma was giving me loads of shields as well. Right, so now what I'm doing here is I'm using my Q. I'm going to eat a minion with my Q so that it gives me extra AD, and then use that AD to take down the tower even quicker. And obviously using my pillar to get cheeky assists. But it's things like this, you know, you've got to end the game. And whereas you may look like, oh, you just, you know, it doesn't look like I'm doing too much right now, but because I was bot, because I decided to go bot, because I'm actively trying to end the game by pushing down these lanes, and because this is still relatively early on in the game, it's not like we can take away Baron or something like that. Although we probably could, but if they came, we would die, because Baron is... We could take Baron away, but when you start involving the enemy team, it becomes extremely risky. So I'm just pushing lanes, and look, it's working. And you could make the argument that these guys aren't very good, the enemy team isn't very good, they can't defend against it, blah blah blah. And you know, I understand why people would want to say something like that, but let's see. I'm just sorry. I'll continue what I was gonna say. I'm just gonna go swiftness, because I've got the moat trades. So I can understand how you guys would want to say these guys just aren't very good. But when you're actively ending the game, when you're doing stuff to actively finish the game off, it looks like you're playing versus morons. It does, because when you're doing stuff like pushing towers down, doing objectives, what's the word? Unorganized, that's what I'm looking for. Unorganized teams can't handle it. When they're behind, especially, they cannot handle you taking objectives. They just can't. They can't handle it. So it makes them look even worse. It makes them look even worse than they are. Because there's nothing, they just... Wow, they even knocked drop in the air, that was sick. Because they can't handle it. How much health am I on? I decided to ult Warwick here because I believe he has the most resists on the enemy team. And this Frozen Fist gives me so much DPS now. The reason he gives me crazy DPS is because my Q is not... Oh shit, I just got played. I got played so hard, holy shit. BG, noob scrub. Yeah, auto attack resets are really good with sheen effects, like Frozen Fist. I'm not quite sure why Kog'Maw decided to recall there. Maybe he thought he was in trouble, but he most certainly was not in trouble, considering we were fighting at like their first tower. Here we go. So I'm just shoving as hard as I can. I'm just gonna keep shoving. Like I don't know how many of you guys watch high elo streams, but there are a lot of people, like in high elo in general. There are a lot of people who feed and still win games and still deserve to win games. Like they may go like, I don't know, 4 deaths in laning phase, but they still deserve to win because they do things like this. They just push lanes over and over and over and over. They take objectives and they put on a huge amount of pressure. I don't know how much they're gonna let me take. I'm not gonna risk anything because I will just I'll die. So I got the tower, and now that's an open in here for us, because they were fighting mid and top, I believe. So I'm creating so much pressure, like, honestly, okay, I'm 7-0-5, I didn't even realize I was that fed, but I was going to say, even if I'm not that fed, I'm doing so much I'm recognizing, like, I want to end this game, like, I've said this to you guys, I want to end this game, so I'm ending the game, that's pretty much all there is to it. Now, these guys are extreme, they have quite a lot of magic damage, so Spirit Visage is actually a perfect item for me to buy. I probably shouldn't have got that Giant Spell, but Giant Spell is never a bad idea, like, to buy. I was going to get a Randuin's because I thought, alongside my Frozen Fist, I would just be impossible to peel. But I decided, obviously, Spirit Visage is really good because your W gives you increased healing and it stacks on top of your Spirit Visage. So it means you get a lot of regeneration. I think we should do Baron right here. This would be a perfect time to do Baron because 2 people are dead and they're on their heels a little bit. I don't think they can stop it. I don't think you can. Yeah, you can't use Trundle's ultimate on Baron or Dragon anymore. Although I think that was changed like a year ago. So I can't even drain its health. I think they changed it so that you couldn't drain its armor, but you could still drain its health. I'm not quite sure about that. That might be how it was. I might be making that up. Trundle does this so quickly because of his auto attack reset. It's actually taking a huge dump on me, and I kind of need some help for this, or at least I need some help to tank it. But I think we can. I think we can take this. What's his health like? Okay, we probably can't take this, but hopefully someone comes to help us. Please, come help. Okay, everyone's dying. Fuck. Maybe I should have bought a random that had more armor for this. Come on, we can do it. Come on, Karma. Kog'Maw's coming. We just need to hold out. Oh my goodness. Yes, Karma. We can do it. Kog's here. Oh my goodness. Please, Kog'Maw, tank for me. Tank Kog'Maw. Oh my goodness. And he's here. We pulled through. Oh my goodness. No, Karma. Oh my goodness. I'm going to go down too. Can this guy stand inside Baron? Holy shit. No, I'm dead. Please. Yes, we got it. We killed him. GG. G. Fucking G. Worth. Oh my goodness. Alright, that would have gone a lot easier after... Okay. If people just decided to do it, then it would have been... It would have been, you know, better if people just decided to do it instead of going top and just suiciding. So that would have made it a bit easier. And also, Baron obviously tanks the person closest to it. Or aggro's the person closest to it, so... Like, that Kog'Maw could have just stood inside a Baron and I would have survived, but still, I'm too excited to be mad at anyone. That was pretty awesome. I mean, the tension, the pressure, it had everything, really. And I am so strong that fuck. I was gonna say I don't care about anyone, so I'm just gonna go for them. It depends who shows up. I could get away. Look at that perfect pillar. Because I've got good CDR as well, my W's just about... It's coming up like every other second. No. Yes! Legendary, bitches. Warwick's here. No! Yes, we got him. I'm gone. And he smites the creep for the gold. You got nothing on me. Okay, I'm dead. I actually have my flash up. I maybe could have survived that. Probably not. Oh, I was dead. I smite the creep, so it was all worth it. That was pretty ballsy by us, and we kind of got away with it too. That was awesome. A really good item build for Trundle is to get a Spirit Visage and a Blade of the Ruined King, because the regen is absolutely insane and your 1v1 abilities are crazy. You're like a drain bot basically. On your W, your ultimate heals you for even more because it increases your healing and regeneration from all sources. So your ultimate heals you for more when you're standing in your W. You are healing for more because of the Spirit Visage, and then you add in a Blade of the Ruined King, which heals you because it drains their life. Then it heals you for insane amounts. You get crazy healing. So it's a really good item choice for Trundle is to go Blade of the Ruined King and Spirit Visage. And I'm really tempted to actually go Blade of the Ruined King. I'm going to get a tank item first, but I'm kind of tempted to go Blade of the Ruined King after that. I'm not sure though. I'm kind of happy with what I've got at the moment. If we were just to group, I kind of got a bit crazy with all the chasing and the Baron and shit. Baron wasn't a bad decision. I just mean ever since the Baron happened, maybe I got a bit too hyper, a bit too excited. I need to calm down and just start to win the game again. Okay, good. They're not fighting. And he's on it though, so on it like a carb on it. We really should just run. I don't know why I put my W down there. I could probably backdoor this. Backdoor this inhibit. Oh, she's dead. Sorry, I was going to say I could probably backdoor the inhibitor because I got a frozen fist, a W, and then auto attack reset. Holy shit. This guy wants it. Let's see how quickly I take down this inhibitor. And this guy can't stop me. If he runs at me, I'm just going to kill him. Yeah, my W. Yeah, look how quick I take this down. Considering I'm just a tank as well, it's crazy. I'm just putting that down to scare him off. There we go. And so now we win the game. Just like that. I'm glad this game wasn't a total stomp. It may have taken us a bit too long to close the game out, but I think I made a lot of direct decisions to close this game out. Considering how much we were winning, they definitely did well to come back as well as they did. Which usually means that if the game had gone any different, we may have lost. So this was a good game to showcase, I believe. You always need to close these games out. If you can't close games out, or yeah, you go. GG. So GG, well played. There's my Trundle game for you guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I enjoyed playing it. I enjoy playing Trundle in general, though I do feel he is definitely somewhat lackluster. Like he's not much different from the old Trundle as far as his competitive viability goes. And in all honesty, as good as he is as a jungler, like actual jungler, I think he's probably a bit better like as a cheese niche top lane pick, because like I say with the Blade of the Ring King Spirit Visage thing, he becomes pretty indestructible. But anyway, forgetting all of that, thanks for watching this video guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know in the comments if you did enjoy it and who you want to see next and stuff like that. You guys probably don't even make it this long in the video, you probably already clicked off it, but thanks for watching regardless. Even you guys who aren't listening to this, I thank you, and I will see you in my next video.